Hi, everybody. This is Carrie Hamblen, the CEO and President of the Las Cruces Green Chamber of Commerce, coming to you again with another Zoom chat highlighting one of our member businesses, as we do here on the Green Chamber page. And really, it's the whole point of our Zoom chats is to really share with you what our businesses are doing, even if you're not going into a place of business right now, but to learn what they're doing throughout the community and how you can support them. Today, we're kind of turning it around a little bit. We've got Isabella Pedicone, who is she is first and foremost for me, she's the chair of the board of directors for the Las Cruces Green Chamber of Commerce. But in her day job, she is the senior program specialist at the Arrowhead Center. And Isabella, we've had some exciting conversation even before we started recording. And I'm excited to talk about the Bisprint because the Arrowhead Center has worked really hard at trying to engage businesses in this new platform that we have via Zoom or, however, Google Meets, however you want to do it. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the second cohort that's coming up, but give me the background, if you will, about why Bisprint started and what it's doing for businesses.
Sure, thanks, Carrie. So the City of Las Cruces and Arrowhead Center both, really care about our businesses and wanted to provide a platform for our local Las Cruces businesses to really get access to resources and help them sort of adapt to all of the crazy changes that have been happening due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And so we came up with this idea to collaborate together to put on this really great accelerator. It's an 8-week program that really exposes our businesses to a lot of different resources for funding, business development, helping them with digital marketing, and lots of other great things.
Well, do you find that one of the things that we've found, and this is why we've done the Zoom chats, is that really trying to help market businesses a lot more and elevate them on different platforms is something that's not only affordable right now, but it's something that is pretty easy to learn once you get comfortable with the technology. And people are on their phones a lot more; they're on their computers a lot more. So let's maximize this as much as we can.
Right, exactly. And I think it's been really great because one of the things that didn't change for us because of COVID for Arrowhead Center is that we've always offered a virtual component to our accelerator programs. And so we've been able to serve businesses all throughout the state, but really getting to put this structure together for Las Cruces has been great because it's been an avenue for a lot of businesses to start to learn how to use Zoom and all these other great technologies out there to help them interact, network with other businesses, network with potential customers. So I think it's been really great for businesses to engage in that way with our accelerator as well.
Well, I was talking with my wife yesterday about how, we're going to be learning about that there are different ways to do things that we didn't think were possible before, and that, because of the situation of folks being forced and for their own good to social distance, that we're going to really start seeing people get creative and do what they can do, but also with low overhead. That's the thing, that's low overhead. And one of the first things that always goes when there's a crisis is an advertising budget, and yet that's the first thing that should stay, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of really great affordable or even free avenues to really market your business online. And if you know the technologies to use, if you understand the tips and tricks to get that done, you can really boost the visibility of your business locally and even beyond that. And so I think we really try to focus our programming into our curriculum that we teach through our accelerator to help businesses do just that, so they can really get a big bang for their buck. They can talk to experts that will consult with them to help them really hone in on what they can do. So it's been really rewarding getting to see a lot of our businesses flourish through the program.
Well, and that's fantastic, because that access to resources is really something that's been like the cream of this whole process of the Bisprint, is the access to resources and support for the life of their business. It's not just, during the cohort, it's, which is, 8 or 9 weeks. It's like they'll be able to reach out to you whenever they need, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we really tried to build a support system for the businesses that participate in our programs so that they can come to us, months down the line, even after the program's over, and say, hey, you know what, I'm at this stage now. I really need help with XYZ. And we can say, you know what, here are some resources that I can connect you to help push that forward. Here are some funds that might be available to you if you apply. So there's just a really great relationship and support system that entrepreneurs really need. And especially in times of crisis like this, sometimes it can feel really lonely for businesses to go through the struggle of trying to maneuver a new market, and just having a support system and people and experts for free available to you is just, I think, so necessary.
It's golden.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely golden. And in a time when you're worried about whether or not you can keep your doors open, any free resources that you can get, you should take. And so you've got another cohort coming up. This is Bisprint 2, Las Cruces.
Mm-hmm.
And so tell me about that and like what you're excited about with this program, with what's coming up.
Yeah, so right now, I think we're about week 6 or 7 in our current Bisprint Las Cruces cohort. And we're getting ready for the next run of this, because I think we've been able to help a lot of businesses. We want to help more, and we have a lot of great support from the city to do this. And so now we're accepting applications on September 29th is the deadline. And Carrie will share all of those details in the description. But we really want businesses to apply to this. It's going to be a very similar structure to what we've just run, because I think it's been pretty successful and well received by the businesses that are participating. So we'll have experts coming in every week for our weekly class meetings to talk about potential funding opportunities, to talk about business resources. We'll have guest speakers who are part of our Arrowhead Advisor Network that all of our participants have access to, which are people that just volunteer their time and their specialties for free consultations. And so they'll come in during our class and they'll talk about how to develop your website, how to maximize your social media, how to maximize your financials, and different tools that you can use to really get the most out of the things that you use to run your business. So that'll be part of it. We'll offer one-on-one customized support with our team. So as you go through the program, you run into something with your business, we'll be able to, at an individual level, connect you with resources that you need, websites that you should look at, different research papers that we have access to will be available to you. So it's really a great array of free resources that you'll just have at your fingertips if you participate.
Well, and I love how this is all customized. I mean, it's not just this like cookie cutter approach, that it's really looking at if there's a business that's in the green industry, or if there's looking at a business that does apparel and retail or food, that really the services that you're providing are all customized to those different things. And so the resources that you'll turn them to are the ones that are going to benefit their industry, not just this blanket approach.
Absolutely. And even part of our application process asks specific questions to help us amend our program to fit the needs of the people that are in the program. So if you say that you're most interested in learning about marketing, we're going to bring marketing experts in. If you say that, I really struggle with retention with my employees because COVID-19 has changed the hours that I can provide, we're going to bring people in from workforce development, right, to come talk to you about different tips to do that. So we really take into account with every single cohort what it is that you want to learn, what it is that you want to get out of it, and we want to provide the best value possible for you. And that's why we provide customized support, because we want to make sure that, every business is different, and we want to make sure that you're getting what you need for your business.
Well, and are there limited spaces?
There are limited spaces. So what I would suggest is just trying to get your application in before that deadline. We'll go through the applications, and then if you're selected, we'll notify you. If you're not, we'll also notify you. And so, yeah, my advice to you is just get those applications in as soon as you can.
Well, I've participated in a couple of the different things that you've done through Bisprint, and so I'm wondering what are kind of your takeaways, because you've been helping facilitate this and interacting with the businesses and the industries, and what do you, at the end of the session, like, what do you think, wow, that really happened? I mean, do you have those moments?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really great when we see businesses that are really open to changing and really flexible, because the market is adaptable. It is. It's changing so much, and it's always going to change, not just during a crisis, but just in time. And so being able to be flexible and try to learn other skills, constantly be on top of new technologies, and having a group of resources to help you do that, I think is so important. So I'm really excited and happy and proud to be a part of a program that helps businesses do that and helps them stay on top of it, because we want to support local businesses. We want our local businesses to thrive, our economy. And so I don't know, I'm very proud of that, and I'm excited to help run this next cohort coming up.
Well, as you should be, and you and just the entire crew at Arrowhead are just so creative and like resourceful and determined to make sure that our businesses help. And it's always wonderful to be able to work with you to do that. And I think as we talked before we started recording, is that there are a number of different agencies in town that are working together to try and make sure that our businesses survive this. And in some cases, some are very close to shutting down. And so, having access to these resources is really critical. Dedicating that time, because that's really what you're spending here, is the time. But the return on investment for that is just leaps and bounds. And so thank you, Isabella, and thanks to all of the folks at the Arrowhead Center and, of course, the City of Las Cruces for being innovative. I mean, there are a number of programs that are kind of cooking on the back burner that I know of through the city and through Arrowhead and the chambers and all of us who are. So I can't wait till we can finalize those and get that going. But in the meantime, if you need to, you'll see the registration information below. Get your application in soon before the deadline, so that you can have access to resources and consultants for the life of your business. That is amazing. So Isabella, thank you so much. Appreciate all that you're doing. And for those of you who are watching, as always, thank you for your support of the Green Chamber and our local businesses, and doing what you can to make sure that we think local first. So Isabella, thanks so much, and you have a fabulous day.
Thank you so much, Carrie. Appreciate your time. Thanks everybody for watching.